Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Anis Elia binti Nur Asmadi. My metric number is F22A0291. So I'm going to present about best diet for farm animal, which is I choose pig as my farm animal chosen. So firstly, we need to understand their digestive system, which is pig is classified as monogastric or non-ruminant animal, which is same as human. So there's a lot of different from polygastric, ruminant, or ruminant digestive system found in cattle and sheep. Then monogastric and non-ruminant animals. It usually takes 24 hours to make it way through their digestive system. Pigs is also can pigs, al- pigs also can be said true omnivores, but with large fraction of diet coming from plant material. They have great capacity to digest enzyme degradable carbohydrate in upper part of gastrointestinal tract. Okay, so for the pig digestive system, we can say that there's about 6 parts here. Mouth and salivary glands, stomach, pancreas, liver and gallbladder, small intestine and large intestine. Okay, so for mouth and salivary glands, when pig was born, they were born with 8 deciduous teeth, which increases to 32 with age, and usually not fully acquire until 18 months of age. They also have incisors used for rooting, grasping, and shearing. Also have canines, premolars, which coarsely green foot, molar crush foot into smaller particles. Saliva secreted from three large glands, which is parotid, mandibular, and sublingual. So for parotid glands, it contains mainly serous cells. For mandibular and sublingual, they contain both serous and mucous cells, but only sublingual contains amylase. So for serous means thin and serous texture is usually thin and watery, but mucous gland usually contain glycoprotein, rich mucin, and thicker than others. So feeds enter, and then after that, feeds will enter pharynx and esophagus after leaving mouth. And as for stomach, chamber reaction with hydrochloric acid and enzyme that secreted by the stomach wall is added to the food. So this will help to break down food into small particles. And then the food will be passing into the small intestine. Stomach has 4 distinct areas, which are esophageal, cardiac, fundic, and pyloric regions. Esophageal is located at the entrance of stomach from esophagus. Weight of stomach represents 0.5 to 0.8% of body weight in suckling pigs and 1 to 1.3% in growing pigs. So for the next point is pancreas. Pancreas is located in proximal duodenum. Body of pancreas separate in 2 lobes. The pancreas is a mix of endocrine and exocrine organ. Exocrine pancreas consists of acinar cells and duct system, represent more than 95% pancreas fresh weight. Meanwhile, endocrine pancreas produce some important hormones, including insulin, glucagon, and somatostatin. Next is liver and gallbladder, which is liver cells, which is hepatocyte. Hepatocyte are plates, or can be said like one cell layer, thicker cell, then that burst on both sides by hepatic cianoids. The function of liver is to produce bile, which is the bile produced by liver and stored in gallbladder. Then the gallbladder will then secrete the bile into small intestine. So as the small intestine digestive system, at birth, at birth of a pig, small intestine is about 2 meters long and has capacity of 72 mils. But for fully grown pigs, it's going to have 16 to 21 meters small intestine and more than 20 liters capacity with 2 to 2.5 kilogram of weight. Small intestine comprise duodenum 4 to 4.5%, and jejunum 88 to 91%, and ileum 4 to 5%. Small intestine consists of 4 major layers, which is serosa, muscularis, submucosa, and mucosa. Serosa layers is the outermost layer of intestinal wall. Meanwhile, muscularis layer consists of two types of muscle fiber, which is outer layer of longitudinal muscle and inner layer of circular muscle that involve in gastrointestinal motility. Submucosa is connective tissue layer holding together neural complex, large blood, and lymphatic vessel. Mucosa layers contain 3 sublayers, which are muscularis mucosa, lamina propria, and the epithelium cells. And now for the last point of digestive system of a pig, there is large intestine, which is pig has relatively long colon, consists of an ascending, transverse, and descending, and they also have short cecum. Cecum is placed at proximal end of column, and cecum is usually a cylindrical blind sac. The cecum and the proximal part of the spiral colon have longitudinal muscular bands in series of pouch. Rectum is usually embed in fat and is dilated to create ampulla recti before ending at anus. Rectum has simple structure with columnar cells and only few of goblet cells. At birth of a piglet, the length of large intestine is 0.8 meters and capacity of 40 milliliters. At 20 days of birth, it will be increased to 1.2 meters and 1.2 meters length of large intestine and capacity at 100 milliliters. And as for adult pigs, have um, about approximately 2.8 kilogram of large intestinal weight with capacity of 25 liters and 7.5 meters of length. Alright, so for the best diet for pig, there's about 7 points I state here. So basically for pigs diet, it should contain 70% fruits and vegetables, 15% greens and cereals, and another 15% of forage, which is alfalfa, timothy, barley, and so on. And also meat not allowed. Meat not allowed is mean some food scraps that contain meats or had contact with meat are not allowed to pick the feed with the to feed the pigs with. Severe disease, it's mean it can cause some severe disease in pigs if you feed them with meat, because their digestive system is that your digestive system cannot afford to digest some meat such as fish, some any kind of meat. Against for the point against the law, we can say that people food is not a pig food, and it is deadly for pigs and also against law because it can cause a serious disease for pigs. So for African swine fever, pigs will become infected with serious disease such as African swine fever if they were fed illegally, and this disease spread quickly from the infected pig to the other pigs. So this happened when you feed when we feed the pigs with some meat, because some meat get import from other countries, and being some meats that imported from other country may be infected or from some virus or bacteria that that's the pig antibody cannot fight with. So it can so by this way they can cause the serious disease for pigs such as African swine fever, which is spread quickly among the pigs. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.